Okay, let's dive into this explainer. Look, if you're keeping tabs on the tech industry right now, you already know that Databricks data engineering is honestly one of the most lucrative paths out there. And to prove you've got the chops, the Databricks Certified Data Engineer Professional Certification is literally the golden ticket. But here's the million-dollar question. How do you actually prep for a beast of an exam like this without spending an absolute fortune? Well, let's unpack exactly that today. Here's a quick look at our roadmap. 1. The top-paid data engineering skill. 2. The broken certification prep industry. 3. Enter CertBase, which is 100% free. 4. Learning the real why. And 5. Simulating the real exam. Let's get right into it. Section 1. Top-paid data engineering skill. The Databricks opportunity. We all know data engineering is all about building those massive, scalable platforms, right? And hitting that professional tier, that shows employers you can actually handle the heavy lifting of real-world tasks. But hey, before you do anything else, and I really mean anything, you've got to keep this in mind. Confirm the exact current exam name on Databricks Academy before booking. I'm serious. Databricks is a wildly fast-moving company. They update and rename their certifications almost as fast as we update our phones. So you want to be absolutely sure you're studying for the current Databricks Certified Data Engineer Professional exam. Make checking their official page step number 1. Moving on to Section 2, the broken certification prep. 2 bad options. So you've locked in your exam, and now you actually need to study. And man, this brilliantly illustrates where almost every dedicated learner hits a massive brick wall. When you go hunting for practice questions, you're usually forced into one of 2 terrible extremes. On one hand, you've got dump sites. You know the ones, massive, unverified lists of questions with 0 explanations. You just end up memorizing that the answer to some highly complex, nuanced scenario is C, without actually understanding the underlying architecture at all. It's totally useless for a real professional exam. Then on the flip side, you have the paywalls. These tease you with like 3 free questions and then slam a gate down, demanding €29 a month and your credit card info. Studying for a cert just shouldn't feel like a sketchy subscription trap. Section 3. Enter CertBase, 100% free. Luckily, we really don't have to choose between garbage data and ridiculous subscriptions anymore. Enter CertBase. It's got this incredibly clean, dark, modern feel to it. It actually looks like a proper developer tool. Calm, focused, and totally stripped of all that distracting, salesy clutter or those annoying countdown timers you see everywhere else. It's an environment built purely for focus, giving you exactly what you need to pass your IT certification with free practice and real questions. And let me just hit the nail on the head right here. The cost is €0. Literally 0. Not just for a 7-day trial, but forever. CertBase keeps the entire question bank, all the detailed explanations, the quiz mode, the community features, the whole shebang entirely free. There's no sneaky premium tier hiding the good stuff, no paywall that pops up just when you're getting in the zone. You don't even need to pull out a credit card or make an account to start practicing right this second. It's pretty wild. So what are you actually getting for free? Well, CertBase is a massive practice platform loaded with over 130,000 real exam-style questions. And while we're super focused on Databricks today, it's worth taking a step back to appreciate the scale here. It gives you detailed coverage for over 25 major tech providers: AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, Cisco, CompTIA, you name it. It's just a completely honest, comprehensive resource for self-learners who actually want to master their craft. Section 4. Learn the real why. Having a mountain of questions is awesome, but let's talk about how this actually helps you pass a super rigorous exam like the Databricks Professional, rather than just rote memorization. The absolute game changer here is that there's a written explanation for every single answer. Look, when you're dealing with advanced concepts like delta lake optimization or structured streaming, you have to understand the underlying logic. CertBase tells you exactly why an answer hits the mark, and maybe more importantly, why the other options are totally wrong. Plus, it has automatic wrong answer tracking. Every time you miss something, it saves it, so you can surgically target your weak spots right before test day. Now, what's really fascinating here is the community aspect that's baked right into the platform. Every question has its own dedicated discussion thread, so when you hit one of those really tricky, scenario-based questions, you're not out there on an island. You can compare your reasoning with other data engineers studying for the exact same exam. The community calls out specific exam traps, they debate the technical nuances, and they upvote the absolute clearest explanations. It's basically free peer-to-peer mentoring while you study. Section 5. Simulate the real exam. Okay, so you've learned the material, you understand the why, and you've debated the edge cases with the community. Awesome. The final hurdle is proving you can actually execute under pressure. You don't want test day to feel like a complete shock to the system. So, step one, you activate quiz mode. Step two, you test yourself under a real timer and realistic pacing. This mode perfectly mimics the real deal. You get a fixed set of questions, a ticking countdown timer, and absolutely no explanations visible while you're in the hot seat. And step three, once you finish, you get a detailed per domain breakdown of your score so you know exactly where you stand. And hey, if you do stumble during that simulation, CertBase acts as a safety net. That automatic wrong answer review we talked about earlier comes right back into play to target your specific gaps. Let's say your score breakdown shows you totally nailed secure architectures, but you completely bombed on performance tuning. The platform scoops up those exact missed questions and puts them in one place. No more wasting time reviewing stuff you already know. You can just focus laser-like on your weakest domains right before you take the real thing. So what does this all mean? Why on earth would you pay €29 a month or risk your hard-earned career on sketchy dump sites when you can master the Databricks Certified Data Engineer Professional exam completely for free at certbase.pro? You're getting the detailed why, you're tracking your weak spots, you're tapping into a community of peers, and you're simulating intense exam pressure, all without ever touching a credit card. Seriously, do not let paywalls hold back your career. Head over to certbase.pro, skip the sign up, and start your free prep right now. The only question left is, what concept are you going to master today?